What's going on? Welcome back to the channel. So today is June the 5th. I want to give you a quick pre-market update over some of the hot movers and what big money is doing today. Before we get into any of that, make sure you guys hit that thumbs up. And with that, let's get right to it. So starting off with data points, a couple big ones to watch for. You have initial jobless claims. Current forecast is 243,000. Then you do have the balance of trade. Current forecast for that is negative 66 billion. I know it doesn't sound all that great, but in comparison to the past, it has not been that low since ultimately February 2024. So if it does come anywhere remotely to that, you're going to have Trump jumping up and down on Twitter saying my system is working, and definitely taking full credit for all of that. So that might possibly stimulate the market a little bit. Would be kind of interesting to see, but nonetheless, futures are ever so slightly green. So Dow is up 0.12, S&P it is up 0.05, and NASDAQ is up 0.03. So kind of on the edge a little bit. So I think the market has ran up quite considerably over the last couple of trading days. So the market is definitely looking for some good data today. Aside from that though, fear and greed index moved back to the greed category, meaning people's appetite for risk is on the table. Getting right to it, SoFi is lagging a little bit this morning, so it is down 0.15. No official news. They did have their fireside chat after hours yesterday, which in reality wasn't the best. There wasn't any new information, just more of a reiteration of what has been stated in last earnings. I don't think that there was anything new. So I feel like a lot of people might be a little bit disappointed by that. But nonetheless though, SoFi usually does put out news around 9 a.m. So if they do, then you never know, that could really push SoFi higher. Shorts aren't doing anything during the pre-market, nor do they ever, because of course they like to wait up until the trading day once it starts commencing, because they can buy calls and puts, so they can benefit twofold. But 13.57% of the free floats being shorted works out to be 147 million shares. Regardless, I don't really see them being that active today. It's going to be tomorrow that you watch for, but right now during the pre-market at 1346, trading between this R1 and the pivot. So 1326 and then 1354 is going to be the next strong kind of support and resistance points. And then if it does gain some good momentum throughout the day, 1371 will be that next level to watch for. Moving on, you have Planet Labs just had their earnings. It is up roughly 20% during the pre-market. 4.27% of the free float is being shorted, works out to be 9.59 million shares. Shorts have really doubled down. You can see that from this orange line. They have massively doubled down since February. So potentially today you could see shorts either doubling down, or they could be mitigating risk and start to return, causing a little bit of a squeeze. So we'll wait and see what does happen. So far, they're not doing anything during the pre-market, but still, given the circumstances, I think they are rather overextended. And one thing also to bring up is kind of interesting, but you do see shares on loan being 6.77 million, and number of shares being shorted is 9.59. So there's more shares being shorted than on loan. So this is a little bit more of a naked short squeeze type of scenario. So again, another element to really watch for. With it though, at 476, it is trading between this R1 and the pivot, so 489, and then 363 is going to be the next strong support and resistance points. Moving on, ticker is LIMN, and so they are up 88% this morning, and the reason why they are up is because of this. So it looks like they did receive compliance issue, or resolves their compliance issue with the NASDAQ following their 10Q filing. No official news, which is rather odd, but nonetheless, that's why they are up. It's kind of interesting. So over the last 5 days, it is up 145%. Market cap is 137 mil. So obviously take that into consideration, but it isn't heavily shorted, so 0.14% of the free float's being shorted, so shorts aren't really an influence, and nor will they today. Where it's at, it's above every single fib level, so again, just tread cautiously with this one. Don't really know much about the business all that much, so if we kind of scroll down, it's the company profile looks like biotech based out of the States, so do your own due diligence as per usual. Getting right to the next one, Tesla. They are down 2.21%, and that's following yesterday's kind of pullback, down 3.55. Reason being, Trump is kind of stirring some stuff. He's on social media a lot, saying that they need to kill the bill. And so that's kind of going directly against Trump. So it's a little bit more of a political issue that I think people are seeing this as. So unfortunately, Elon's always done stuff like that, though. He's a very interesting character. So nonetheless, though, I think by him doing all that, it's killing Tesla's momentum. But it might, obviously, by killing the bill, definitely would be very impactful in a positive way to Tesla. But still, nonetheless, 3.04% of the free floats being shorted works out to be 85 million shares overall being shorted. Shorts haven't really been doing all that much with Tesla, but given the circumstances, I don't really see them doing all that much. But with it right now at 324, it is trading right now between this pivot and this S1. So 291 is going to be a strong support. And this is why you see a lot of people freaking out on social media, because it just broke below that 328. And if it did, then yeah, you can see quite a significant free fall for today. You really want to watch for it to get back above that 328 if you're going to see a nice recovery. If not, then anticipate a little bit further downside. And then this stock ticker is HSDT. This one's down 77%. I don't, again, know much about this company. It could be legitimate, but this seems to be the most sketchiest thing ever, because yesterday they did put out news saying that they are now compliant with the NASDAQ. So that's good. But in the evening at 9:12, they did announce the pricing of 9.1 million public offering, and their market cap only right now is 1.86. So yeah, this is pretty much like game over for them. It could be possibly swung trade. I'll go over that in a second, but 12% of the free floats being shorted. So I think shorts are going to really double down on this stock today. 56,000 shares overall are being shorted. So essentially this does actually meet the criteria for a squeeze, but I'm sure you're going to see some influencers on social media saying, hey, this is a squeeze play, get back in, and all that stuff. But I don't see that being feasible. Right now, though, with that 77 cents, the only line in the sand, which could potentially touch, is at 53 cents. So let me know your thoughts on these stocks. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up and subscribe. I always greatly appreciate that. One final thing, pop over to my Patreon and get buy signals on stocks, options, crypto, many of which have been absolutely on point. Definitely worthwhile to pop over there and take a look. With all that, appreciate all of you watching.